front. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. Glad to be here.
So, Leslie reached out to me and was like, I've got this amazing gospel singer. This guy is climbing the Billboard charts. What can we do? And because I like Leslie, I said, absolutely. Let me see how we can squeeze him in. And just want to say congratulations on staying, reaching the Billboard charts is an amazing, amazing feat. And so you have been on the charts. You've been staying on the charts as a gospel artist with this amazing song, I Belong Here. And I want to talk about that because it's such when I first listened to it, I felt like I just needed to go run. It gave me the energy to go run. It was very, and I don't know if I'm making up a word, but it almost sounded like an anthem, like a movie anthem.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
what's the inspiration behind this particular song?
Wow. I wrote "I Belong Here" several years ago. It initially started as a an affirmation to myself, just a reminder. I've been doing this music thing for a while, and sometimes we can get so lost in our hustle that we forget how significant and what an impact we are making. My father's a pastor, so I grew up playing and singing in church. I've experienced church hurt, and so sometimes you just feel like, because people have disappointed you, that, maybe what you're doing is not making a difference. And so I Belong Here was birthed out of, just the idea that, what God gave me is significant, and what I'm doing still has relevance. Fast forward to 2020 and we fell into this global pandemic. Did not realize that when we released the song that it would take on a bigger meaning, a more universal revelation kind of came out of the song, because so many people were experiencing hurt from, being isolated, losing loved ones, not being able to celebrate loved ones. I've lost two aunts during the pandemic, not COVID related, but COVID impacted, because we couldn't come together and celebrate them the way we normally would. People are experiencing financial hardship, anxiety, depression, suicide, contemplating, different things that they're going through, and they all now need the same reminder that you have a special place in this world, that your life has purpose, and that you belong here because you're loved. So I'm just grateful, even more so than the number one Billboard, achievement 2 consecutive weeks in a row. But even more than that, just to have such a timely message.
And when did you know that this is actually what I want to do the rest of my life? Because this is, I always look at careers in entertainment as passions. It's not just something that, oh, I just kind of stumbled on this, or oh, one day I just decided I wanted to be a singer. When did you know? At what point or what experience helped you determine that this is what you wanted to do the rest of your life?
Wow, that's hard to say. I can't pinpoint an exact time and say, "Hey, I was here and I just had an epiphany." But I will give honor and credit to my parents. My mom in particular, she manages me. Leslie knows my mom. They talk weekly, daily, really. And she saw something in me, and my brother as well. So my brother and I, we grew up playing and singing in church. My brother played the drums. I played the keys. Big shouts to Michael Starr. He actually produced my last single, Testimony, that charted as well. It was top 20 Billboard record on gospel airplay. But my parents saw something in us at an early age, and so I've always done music, and I think that what I can say is that one of the reasons that I continue to do it is I see the impact that it's making on people's lives through songs like "I Belong Here," through songs like #Hope, and I also see and feel the impact that it makes on my own life. Music is very therapeutic for me. Music is powerful, and so a lot of times, if I'm going through something, I can relate it to a song that, this music is really the soundtrack of our lives. So that is the power of music, and so I'm really grateful, and I don't take it lightly. It's a responsibility.
Let's get into your latest single, which is titled, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly, Hope, that also features Atlanta-based rapper, hip-hop star, television personality, as well as actor David Banner. What was it like working with him? And this also kind of has a Black Lives Matter theme, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the song is titled #Hope. And David Banner, I'm so grateful that he got on the remix. So during this pandemic, we released actually 4 singles and actually multiple videos. So because we did several videos for "I Belong Here," but we started with "I Belong Here," then we released #Hope the remix, and then finally a Christmas single, "Oh Holy Night," featuring Korean artist Jay Jin. And Also, a little fun fact about me: people don't know that I kind of was raised around civil rights activism. My godfather, who is now deceased, his name is Jim Wells, and he's a part of civil rights history. He was a member of the Friendship Nine. It was nine Friendship College black male students who staged a sit-in in my hometown, Rock Hill, South Carolina. And so that was that made national news at the time. And so this song just kind of really continues that theme. It's sad to say that in 2020 we're still dealing with police brutality, and we're still trying to deconstruct systemic racism, and that's really what hashtag Hope is about. Also, just one of my personal goals is, as a black man, but also just as a person in this community, is to heal people through music. And so I was inspired by the Eric Garner case that happened several years ago when he said, "I can't breathe." And then to be alive in 2020 and see George Floyd be murdered in the streets and say the same fatal words, "I can't breathe," I was convicted and felt the need and compelled to release this song.
We're in the midst of celebrating women for Women's History Month. And so I wanted to know who were some of the women that you celebrate and have inspired your career as a singer-songwriter.
Wow. Okay. So there are several women that I want to talk about. One of the unsung heroes is my grandmother. She passed. I actually wrote a song about her, Mary Rose, and it's my mom's mom. And speaking of songs like hashtag Hope, and if you look back through history, a lot of brilliant minds have been in our communities and just not been afforded certain opportunities. My grandmother was valedictorian of her class, but not afforded the opportunity to go to college, and because of the circumstances. But she was a brilliant mind, so I paid tribute to her on several of my projects with the song Mary Rose. And then I also want to talk about a young lady, Gigi Locke. She is a supporter of mine. I can second mom from here in Atlanta, where I'm based. And then also I gotta give a shout to my mom. She has been my biggest fan. I could write a book about the things that she's done just to support me and to keep my career going. It really takes a support system. Just like to raise a child, it takes a village. To break an artist, it takes a huge support system and network. And so I'm really grateful for those three women in particular.
Rudy, are these songs attached to an album? And if so, is this album out, or is it coming out? When are we going to get more music from you?
The album is coming. It's titled Stained Glass Windows. The forthcoming album is titled Stained Glass Windows. The song that will be on the album is I Belong Here. Hashtag Hope is kind of a standalone moment that I think that we should continue. And also, speaking of hashtag Hope, big shouts to the NBA All-Stars and NBA on TNT and David Banner. They gave us an opportunity, and the song was featured in the opening ceremony / festivity. So, but the album coming is Stained Glass Windows. It'll be out this year, 2021, and I'm so grateful for the songs. I think that I feel like I'm called to be a bridge between a lot of different communities. Faith-based Sunday mornings can be very segregated within America. So I feel like I'm a bridge between black and white and Asian and Hispanic audiences. But then also I want to be a bridge between, spiritual and not so spiritual audiences as well, and show people that what I'm offering is relatable to everybody, because everybody needs to be loved. So I'm really excited about the album Stained Glass Windows.
I was going to say, who are some of the non-gospel artists that you would like to collaborate with?
Wow. Well, I've had the opportunity. I like who likes me, so I'm not picky, but I will say that I'm really blessed to have worked with a lot of secular artists up until this point. Got a chance to work with Quincy Jones and be a part of his last album. I was on the single featured as an artist and wrote my verse. That was Soul Bossa Nostra, which afforded me an opportunity to go out to LA, be in his video, sing for him in person. He's saying this kid is special, and in my mind is blown, like, yo, this is the guy that produced Michael Jackson. But then I've also had the opportunity to have songs featured in Born Identity. Of course, recently with David Banner, the NBA All-Stars. I've worked with Karen Clark Sheard of the Clark Sisters, who I'm a super huge fan of. So worked with Lecrae, where we won a Grammy and a Dove Award. So I've been blessed and fortunate. I'm not necessarily, whoever I get to work with at this point is icing on the cake. I'm just blessed and grateful for each and every opportunity.
Congratulations, Rudy, on all of your success. As I mentioned at the top of the segment, you know, being a Billboard chart topping musician is no easy feat. And you have had so much success with these amazing songs, I Belong Here, as well as hashtag hope. And we wish you nothing but more success in 2021. How can our listeners stay in contact with you on social media?
Well, first of all, Ray, I want to say thank you so much for having me on the show. It really means a lot to all of your listeners. Thank you for the love and support. If you would like to support me, please follow me online. You can sign up for my email list on my website, rudycurrence.com. You can also follow me on social media. It's at Rudy Currence. That's at RudyCurrence. I'm on Instagram. Twitter is at Rudy_Currence. I'm on YouTube. Watch the videos. Hashtag hope I belong here. I promise it will bless you. Make sure you add those songs to your playlist, download them, stream them, tell a friend to tell a friend. And also we'll have apparel, faith-based apparel available very soon as well. So stay connected to me and I will keep you all posted.